And I saw that there was a question about, I made the question about checking the box, whether you've seen it or not. I believe that when you're submitting the letters of recommendation, you need to delineate that you have not been, you have not seen the letter, and so that you didn't influence the letter. I believe you have to check that as well. But double check with the LSAC, all you applicants, double check with the LSAC as to what the stipulations for the letters of recommendation are.
Right. Yeah. I think from what I can remember, I think it's about waiving the right to see the letter.
Right. Okay. And that's what I'm not, it's getting late for this old lady. And so I'm not using words correctly. So yes, you're exactly right. You waive the right to see the letter. And so that's where that gets a little muddy, because if you're, co-authoring to some extent, you haven't necessarily waived that right.
Well, perhaps what you could do is if you transcribed a rough draft and then the author, the letter writer finalizes it, they submit it, and then you've waived your right to see the final draft. The final draft. But if they're free to show it to you if you would like, but you are not obligating them to show you.
Right. And I think that was where I was trying to go with it, in that you're writing a draft and you're writing an outline and then asking them to put it together in a final piece with their words. And so then again, if you're having that conversation and getting their perception and writing it and then giving it to them, and ultimately they have to submit it on their own. You can't submit it for them. So, you are waiving the right to see the final draft. But again, it gets muddy. And I don't want to give a yay or nay to that approach.
Sure. No, but it's important. I think the precision of the language is important, because we don't want people saying anything untrue, as you said, because this is also becomes like an honesty issue, or with character and fitness, for example, where the letter of the questions matters a great deal.
Yes. And again, anecdotally, so we had an applicant that was, he was transferring to BU, and he ran into trouble where he was having difficulty getting letters of recommendation by the timeline, but he had a couple of letters of recommendation that professors had written for internships and employment. And so he took those letters and submitted them for the application and checked that he had waived the rights. And then he got back, because what LSAC does is they verify the letters. And so when they went to verify to the professors, they were like, no, I didn't write a letter. And so he ended up being brought up on misconduct, and it was really messy. And so I'm not even sure if he was able to continue at the institution where he was, and he certainly wasn't admitted to BU. So again, it's, if it feels icky, don't do it. If it feels like you're reading, again, like the character and fitness questions, if you're reading the character and fitness questions and it feels like, oh, I think I should disclose this, but I'm not 100% sure, ask questions, call admissions offices, ask directly, get as much information so that you are making the best informed decision and being truthful in everything that you do and are submitting. This is your first real official contract of your legal career. And this document is going to follow you throughout law school and then be a part of your bar application as well. And so you want to make sure that, T's are crossed, I's are dotted, and you can stand by every aspect of this application.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.